Hi, my name is Manny. I am here with my mom, Mirna. The date is May 25th, 2021, and we are recording this interview in Chicago, Illinois. What do you do for work?
I am currently a talent development specialist for an urgent care. But during the pandemic, I was a medical assistant as well as an assistant manager for the same company.
How has COVID affected what you do at work?
COVID has really impacted the way that we do work. So before the pandemic, we didn't have to wear any masks. Um, the way that we roomed patients was completely different. We were able to be in the rooms with them and kind of sit with them, talk through the reasons why they were at the clinic. Versus now, the way that it's affected it is at the beginning of the pandemic, we were seeing patients outside in their cars in full PPE, which means that we would wear our N95 surgical masks, we would cover up our hair, we would wear gowns and gloves. Now they are transitioning into doing it in the clinic. However, we still call patients from our clinical area to get their medical history before we go into the room. With COVID 19, we try to limit ourselves to how much exposure we have to patients who are trying to get tested.
Interesting. How did COVID affect your home life?
The way that it affected my home life was anytime I would come home, in order for me not to spread anything, I would make sure that I would change in the garage before coming into the house. Um, and then once I came in, make sure that before I had any contact with any of my family members or you, that I would take a shower, make sure that I was completely washed down.
Did you ever think COVID would become a global pandemic, or did you think it was going to stay just small?
Um, I kind of figured that it would be something big, not a pandemic, not to that extent, but I did know that it would spread just from seeing how the flu is being spread during flu season. It's kind of the same situation, it's passed down. Unfortunately, a lot of us do not have proper hygiene as we are supposed to. So I knew it was going to get transmitted. I just never thought that it would get to the point that it did.
How did COVID affect your personal life?
As far as my personal life, there was times where I couldn't see family members that I would have liked to, especially with me working in the urgent care and being exposed to COVID 19 patients. I tried to take as much precaution as I could. Um, there were even times where I would limit myself as to how much time I would spend with you, even though we lived in the same household, just for the fact that I did not want to be carrying something and then transmitting it. Couldn't see my friends. So that's how it affected my personal life.
And we had to wear a mask.
And we had to wear masks, definitely.
Um, do you think COVID will go away anytime soon, or do you think it's gonna be a
Long time here. So I'm hoping that it does go away. I don't see that happening anytime soon. We are definitely going in the right direction by continuing to wear our masks, making sure that we continue to have, nice, good hygiene. Um, and especially with the vaccination rolling out, I definitely do see it being decreased. However, I do not see it going away, at least not for a very, very long time.
Okay. So have you gotten the vaccine for COVID?
I have. I have gotten both dosages of my Moderna vaccine.
Did it hurt, or was it okay?
So the vaccine itself did not hurt. After my first injection, my arm was a little bit sore. Um, Nothing too drastic. After my second dosage, though, I did have some side effects. Just a little bit of body aches. I was very tired. I slept throughout the day, but by that it was completely fine. I felt back to normal.
Okay. Um, are you afraid of COVID at all?
I was initially in the beginning just because I didn't know what to expect from COVID. I'm not so much afraid of it now anymore just because I know that I'm a very cautious person. I make sure that I wash my hands before and after every patient. If for some reason somebody does test positive, I make sure that I completely change my full gear. I still take the precautions that are necessary. I think before it was something that was very unknown. We have a little bit more knowledge about it now and how to take care of ourselves a little bit better. So I'm not as afraid of it now as I was in the beginning.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your input on COVID-19.